live. Hello everyone, this is Jackson again. Today is going to be a kind of quiet um, video because of, well, my parents are sleeping in the next room because we have some family guests over tonight, so I'm going to try and be as quiet as I possibly can. And, yeah, today we're going to be looking at the rest of the territories of the RSPP, as earlier today I went over the extra territories that I had, and I figured, well, if I got them, then these guys should have them done too. So, there's some more I have to explain before we go into this. So, it's kind of complicated how the history of the RSPP or the font or whatever you call them, the group. We'll just call them the group for now, I guess. But they started as separate nations. There were three of them. One was located in Guinea, which we toured in the first RSPP video, but his base was obliterated, so we don't really get to see the fullness of it. The Kingdom of Billy Bob, which was located in Iceland, and then the Republic of Nicaragua, or later the NNN Republic, right before they united. So basically, after they united into the FOMT, they became a lot less power hungry and they went into exile. But then they had a civil war, so I didn't know this, but apparently they all just became the RSPP. But what I thought would happen is that the RSPP, or whatever they had been called, had fractured back into their separate nations. And this is what I figured was one of those separate nations. Along with the NFOMT, which is the Democratic leader who opposed the new regime led by the former king of Billy Bob. But this is basically a neutral party that broke away, and their name was the Oceanic Republic of Atlantis, or the Oceanic Republic of ORA, so Aura. I don't know. But anyways, this was their main base, and well, I say main base, but they kind of just created this in creative mode. But this was supposedly their main base, so their main goal was to just rule the seas, which this ship is just absolutely massive. Like, I can't even hold all of it in this because, I mean, I can't really hold all of the, I don't know why the crap is happening. Okay. I guess my PC's buffering a little bit, but, this is their ship that they had, and they built it. It was from a tutorial, but, I mean, it's fine. It's a really big build, so I don't really, care if they built it in creative mode or not. Because, honestly, it's a really nice build. It's not exactly the most useful, because, these guns don't actually shoot anything, but it sends a message, So, and I think I had a copy of their banner at one point, but it was just basically a blue banner with a pirate with the skull and crossbones and then a pirate hat on the skull and crossbones. So they're basically just a pirate nation with a really, really massive boat. Now this is part of the reason why I made that other boat that you saw in the void area, because I was kind of afraid with this one would probably do lore-wise to my navy, so I wanted to make more of those so I could actually stand a fighting chance. But as you can see, the chances are pretty slim because I can barely load the upper part in the same ship, but I can barely even load the inner hull of the ship by myself. So it's just a really big boat, and I kind of respect the builder for this because he spent a lot of time on this, and yeah. But anyways, on to the next part, and this is also a build made by the Oceanic States of America, or Oceanic States of Atlantis. Um, so we'll go there real quick. There's not much to see at this other location. It was an attempt to like make a floating island, which I mean makes sense. It's Atlantis. It's supposed to be a city, but as you can see, got I never really got past the first steps of whatever tutorial they were following, or just whatever steps they wanted to take. Because you know this doesn't look very done now, does it? But this was one of their builds, and it looked like it was gonna be something cool, but it just never got off the ground really. Um, if I go into this next one, this one probably has a lot more lore if I'm not mistaken. Or it might just be a different one, I don't know. Oh, nope, this is it. Okay, now, this is not the Atlantic States of America. This was actually the home base of the Fonz, which is what came after all of the three separate nations united, and this was their flag. And I liked this version of them. They were generally peaceful, they bought land instead of going to war over it, and they didn't blow up anyone's builds for the most part. This was kind of like, I don't know how to describe that. Like the font was kind of it's kind of like a Weimar Republic, so to speak. It was kind of we're so sorry, and we're gonna try and do better, but we also kind of hate you guys for doing this to us. Because these guys just hated everyone because everyone hated them because of their brutal past, which we'll get into in a second, or in a second, as I'm not in a while, because we won't be doing much for a while. But anyways, I guess this is some loot they had. Pretty impressive. But this place really hasn't changed since they abandoned it. I don't know why they have so many empty chests. Pretty sure they weren't always empty, but they also got a super smelter, which is also very cool. And yeah, this was a genuinely good base, and I kind of liked what they were doing. But it would be short-lived, as after the Civil War broke out and they split back again, or at least I thought they split back. They didn't actually split up again, but that was just me reading the lore wrong. But apparently they just reformed their nations. I don't know. But according to my lore that I had deducted, this would become the new base for the Enfants, which was basically the Democratic side of the Civil War. Um, and I think over here is Madagascar. Now, I told you guys earlier that they bought it from me, but I found the base and I don't think they really did anything with it, so I'm kind of confused if this was actually bought. But yeah, as you can see, I had a list of things to do. I never really did much with this place, anyways. So it was kind of just a hit and run, so to speak. Now this has some more lore to it. Um, according to my um thing or my lore, this okay. So you know how that other boat was it was pretty big and it was basically looks like this, but with with the top on it. Well, just imagine that same boat, but with without like okay, picture it as like an aircraft carrier, because there were there was only this layer. There weren't any of the control towers, guns. There's only this crane back here, and normally, or I guess in the lore that was real. This was just an attempt by the an Oceanic Republic of Atlantis, and his buddies kind of just copied his design and just structure blocked the whole thing. But he got mad because he kind of put effort into it, so he decided to blow up the fake boat that they made. But yeah, this was basically just an aircraft carrier. It was really flat, and what I did with the lore is that basically they copied his design and then turned it into an aircraft carrier because the RSPP that would emerge in the Civil War would focus heavily on the Air Force, and this would be how they would air assault and attack Sicily in the war, which we would then push them back and then take over their place, as you've seen in the tour of RSPP, which of course wasn't what actually happened, but you know, one can imagine, one can imagine. But anyways, this is what's left of their quote-unquote aircraft carrier, which was just a cheap copy of the other guy's boat. So I think over here is their. I'm not actually sure what this is, to be honest. I think it's supposed to be a bomb farm. Yeah, it's definitely their bomb farm. Oh yeah, this is the bomb farm, right? Yeah, this is definitely their bomb farm. And it seems to be very effective. So if that's their bomb farm, what is this? Oh, just a... Okay, I don't want to interrupt all this stuff here for some reason. Anyways, I think that is the is that. I'm pretty sure that these coordinates are just the same one that's in the 2, but I guess we can double check. Yep, that's just the same thing. Okay. Let me. Okay, we're almost done. This will be a much shorter video than the one that I made earlier today, because one, it needs to be quiet, and two, I again don't know much about what I'm looking at, but here's where it all began, pretty much. This is the Kingdom of Billy Bob's home base, which, I mean, this is actually their mine, but this is Iceland. They basically own Iceland. And they used to own Norway for a little bit, but they didn't do much with it, so I kind of just gave it back to Harry, and that was kind of their thing. As you can see, they got a dock. There wasn't really much going on here, but it was a solid base, really. The only problem is they tried to make a redstone door, but it didn't exactly work out the way they planned. But yeah, there's not much left. This place has kind of been. I mean, there's definitely some lore behind this. It's just a genuine base, and I guess this was from humble beginnings came a pretty nasty villain, so to speak. Well, I call him a villain. I know he's doing what he thinks is right, but pretty much everyone else on the server, he was a villain. Oh, I did not see this though. There's Ted. Which Ted is this guy got a name? That's Ted and Bob. Love it. And then there's Bill. Yeah. So yeah. The guy who ran this, he didn't really. I didn't get the impact that he was going to be as much of a nuisance as he proved to be. But from this, you can. It's just a humble little base. But from this base, we got travesties and more travesties. It looks like this was his secret base, kinda. I mean, this was a secret base a long time ago, so I don't necessarily know if anyone else knows. Oh, this. Ah, clever. Not even know that existed until just now. But, I do now. Yeah. Skeleton, horse. But yeah, this is. I kind of feel bad. Like, when I go over here, it kind of just makes me ask myself, like, did what I do was right? Like, this was a kid's base. And then I look back again, and I'm like, oh, he kind of did blow up the server like 14 times, but, you know. Oh, crap. That is a pretty big hole. I should probably go check what that hole is. Is this a hole to bedrock? Yeah, it's a hole to bedrock. I wonder why this could be there. No, Mr. Skeleton Horse, you cannot escape. You must stay there. I don't know what this is. I guess it was a creeper explosion that they tried to patch up, but I don't know. It's a nice little base. I think over there is where the Greenlandic state is. Um, let's see. And I think this is the last part. And this is, we already talked about Guinea's base, which you saw in the first RSPP video. You just now saw the Iceland base, but now you see the original Nicaragua base. This is the third pair. Now, in my lore, whenever I was told that the Guinea guy was making a new state called Oceania, or the Oceanic Republic of Atlantis, um, I was like, oh, well, that means the other guy must be doing his own thing too. So this is technically the guy who founded the Enfant, but I kind of just did it for him because I wasn't really sure what the heck was going on. I didn't really mind asking. But this is his original base. This is Nicaragua, and after they negotiated with me, I gave him Nigeria and Niger, which he then declared himself the NNN Republic, which is kind of funny because NNN no not November, but not really much here. Lots of probably nostalgic stuff for him, but also this absolutely massive stash of diamonds he just has laying in a chest in the middle of Central America. Okay. How did he even get that many? He must have taken them from Guinea, because that's where the diamond generator is. And they have an insane amount of diamonds there too. So he probably just put them over here, because he probably also knew if there was like no one else here. Now I'm not sure what this is. I think these might have been like trees, or this could be a build. It was either A, just some random blocks he put down, B, some trees over here, or C, this could actually be the remains of the original EUU base that I was talking about, that we found over in Canada. That was like a koala kind of looking thing, but he used to be here, but he kind of, when he lost the argument with these guys on the Discord, he kind of just packed up all of the stuff and left. But this might be a remnant of it. Who knows? I think over here, this is either the EUs or the, I'm pretty sure it's the, I don't know. It's probably Nicaragua's. Because, I just put stuff here. But, yeah. And then, this could also be that place that I was just talking about. This could be the EUU, because this is a suspiciously even crater. But, I'm not technically sure about that. And this could be something like it too, but it's kind of just hard pinpointing where this guy had his base, because I never really saw it before he got into an argument on Discord and angrily left. And over there, I think it's just another person's base. I still don't know whose that is exactly, though. I'm not willing to find out yet. But, anyways. This covers the new RSPP bases, or the old RSPP bases, I should say. And that's pretty much it. Thank you. Actually, I should put the actual base in the background. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Even if like every video only gets like 4 views, that still counts. As long as I get it out to somebody. Again, thank you for all of your help with this. I couldn't have done it without support from YouTube, and well, that's kind of it. In less than 20 minutes, I've covered half of a nation's worth of land. So that might be a new record, who knows? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe. It makes me feel good about myself. I don't know. You don't have to. I'm not getting paid or anything, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice for you to do that. So thank you and good night. Thank you for watching.